Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the annual training for Accessibility Medcare's 2020 training. I'm Dr. Rowe. I'm back with you to review the required trainings for Autism Waiver. Moving forward, Accessibility Medcare I will refer to as AAMC. What is a Medicaid waiver? It is a funding mechanism that allows qualified program participants who would be ordinarily served in an institutional setting to be waived out of that setting and receive care under home and community-based services. The government deemed that it is more cost-effective to keep participants out of the institutional settings and fund agencies like us to deliver care to those who qualify for Medicaid services, to receive care in their home and community. What waivers do we work with at AAMC? The main Medicaid waiver program that we receive funding to deliver care to qualifying participants is the Autism Waiver. The participants are children and adolescents, and they are in school. So we provide out-of-school therapeutic care for special needs schoolers. This is till they are at age 21, when they age out to adult services. In pediatric offices, like my medical office, if done correctly, children in the autism spectrum disorders should be picked up and diagnosed early, ages 2 and 3, and referred to receive appropriate services. They are also referred to get on the Autism Waiver waitlist. In Maryland, the waitlist for the child who is our potential client to come up to the top of the waitlist so they can receive services is typically 8 to 10 years. So waitlist is very long. So by the time we are ready to serve them, they are usually in their preteens or already teenagers if they got on the waitlist at an older age. Every participant who receives funding through the state is monitored tightly. And if the family chooses to partner with our agency, AAMC, this means that we will be monitored tightly too, with very specific requirements for qualifications, our policies and procedures, our staff, our documentations, and of course, our trainings. I will review with you more about Autism Waiver in a little bit, because that is a program that the majority of our clients receive services with us. However, we also enroll clients at JIT through fee-for-service as part of the ARC Respite Consortium, as well as utilize the Low Intensity Support Services, or LIS, funding if parents are able to procure it. We can also work through other Medicaid waivers, such as Community Pathway Waiver, Family Supports Waiver, and the new Community Supports Waiver if clients choose to pursue self-direction. So this is the client taking control of their own Department of Disability Administration, or DDA, budget and developing their own self-centered program and hiring their own staff to deliver that program. We at AAMC can assist the families who want to do self-direction to apply for the self-direction pathway and function as staff and program vendors for these clients. We are currently growing the self-direction service, or SDS, that's how I'm going to refer it moving forward, as our clients are aging out to adult services. And we truly believe in as much autonomy over the meaningful day makeup of our clients. The requirements for the direct professional staff working in CDS is slightly different from Autism Waiver requirements. One important additional training is that all staff working with SDS patients must have CPR and first aid training, and we will set you up for you to get these trainings and certifications. Further, SDS time and note sheets are not part of the current Share Village, our Autism Waiver web-based software. Thus, all time and note sheets need to be signed and emailed to timesheets.amc@gmail.com. Stephen has recently been chosen as our SDS team leader to assist in growing this service. For our SDS clients, we would like to set up work training and community development, as well as actual employment opportunities for that individual's meaningful day. Services we currently utilize are CDS, or Community Development Services, and PSS, or Personal Support Services, under the SDS. A lot of acronyms. Now, returning to autism spectrum disorders, or ASD, autism or autism spectrum disorder refers to a range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech, and nonverbal communications, as well as by unique strengths and differences. We now know that there is not one type of autism, but many types, caused by different combinations of genetic and environmental influences, but at the end, resulting in the phenotype of ASD. The term spectrum reflects the wide variation in challenges and strength possessed by each individual with autism. Under the waiver, we have certain expectations that we have to meet as providers. The students have goals outlined in their treatment plans, or TPs, that they are expected to make progress on throughout their time with us. We also outline strategies and procedures in the execution of that treatment plan to meet treatment goals. Services include IISS, or Individualized Intensive Support Services, TI, or Therapeutic Integration, Family Consultant, and Adult Life Planning Services. All of these treatment plans with goals need to be developed and reviewed with the parents and signed annually as a legal document with mid-year updates. Any of these services delivered and billed out without a TP in place with the correct dates will be a reportable event. Not only will we need to give the funds back, but this can result in serious consequences. It is important to remember that we want to do our jobs well and document that well done job within the exact confines of Medicaid waiver regulations and guidelines in order to serve our clients well, be correctly reimbursed, and avoid Medicaid fraud at any level. Please remember these string of P's as cornerstone of AAMC's delivery of care. Professionalism. It is wonderful when you get close with your student and their families, but you are working. Please respect boundaries and do not overstep. Protect and prepare. You should be one of your client's most fearsome advocate. Please protect our vulnerable clients and always prepare your mind, your skills, what exact programs you're going to do that day, and your physical state to do that work the best you can. Patience. This work entails people with tons of patience. Remember that your clients have profound intellectual disabilities. They need your patience. Something that you or your neurotypical child may be able to acquire as a new skill in just 2 to 3 tries, our people may need magnitudes of more tries, meaning maybe 100 times, maybe 1,000 times to repeat it over and over again in order to acquire that skill. But miraculously, and just truly rewarding for us as providers, is that one day they actually can do it. That is such a celebration. So please hang in there with your patients and teach them over and over again. Hang in there. An acronym, in thinking about patients that I came up with over the years of training, you all know this, is BLOSSOM. We are experienced, or just recently, all the cherry blossoms were awake and beautiful. So in the spirit of that DC metropolitan area BLOSSOM, this acronym was put in place, and they're all in the treatment plans as well. And Jamie, one of your team leaders, will later review the BLOSSOM acronym in more detail. But a quick rundown right now: the B of BLOSSOM is for breaking tasks down as you teach them. It's really helpful if you're stuck to remember the BLOSSOM. L is the level of prompting. O is that patience, over and over again teaching. Because most of our our people learn through rote repetition. SS, the double S, is to set up for success. Meet them where they are and try to push them just a little bit forward. If you try to teach something that is way off of where their current skill set is, then you will be setting them up for failure. So you got to know your client, know your patient, know your student, and set them up, prepare for success. The next O is the observe, take data, and modify so that you can do better next time. And lastly, the M is the motivator, the most important thing. You're going to set up your program so that your individual is motivated to do that work. Because you set it up so the person will be rewarded with that motivator when they complete the task, that the demand that you put on them. Praise, promote, and exude your love and passion to serve. You will be surprised at how this projects to success in your delivery of care. Prayer and perseverance. When all gets dark and things are just not moving along, there are malbehaviors from your client, your mind keeps going to that date that did not work out, you are itching to do personal things on your phone that you know you should not be doing during your work session, etc., etc. When these things happen, take deep breath. I usually recommend for all my patients too, at least 4 deep breathe in, deep breathe out, So 4 deep breath, pray, meditate, renew your energy quickly so that you can persevere in the face of our people who can test your limits with their perseverations and their self-stins. In all this, stay positive. No one likes to work with someone who is doom and gloom or distracted on something else, especially our people, our clients. They need you to be present in the moment and connected to them. Our people look to you for positive spirit, positive energy, and positive attitude. You must be trained as Autism Waiver and other Medicaid waiver technicians on the following: abuse, neglect, policies. I have actually written out for you this training requirement. Please review carefully. It is Dr. Rose Training Packet 2020, and it will be uploaded to Share Village for all of you to be able to access and review. Take your time. You must also get a completed certificate, certificate completion for mandated reporter training. The details are on the next slide following this, and it's exactly what Erica sent out to all of you already back in March. Incident reports and reportable events. This is also spelled out for you in my training packet uploaded to Share Village. it is really important to review it carefully. In what circumstances and times the incident reports need to be done? When do reportable events get done? Those actually go to the Autism Waiver Central. Remember to alert Erica right away during business hours or me during off hours for any incidents while working with your clients. For positive behavior intervention and restraint training, first, see my packet again, which is uploaded to the Share Village. It spells it out there. But there is a more extensive initial full training of PBM by Ms. Carroll, and also annual training updates by Ms. Carroll on this topic. And she will be teaching the PBM module in one of the later sessions. Let me spend a little bit of time on the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, otherwise known by all of us as HIPPA. HIPAA is something we as providers must all follow. As providers or treaters delivering healthcare, we must protect our clients' or our patients' privacy. Just like what we do in the medical office, the same applies with our therapy center and our home and community health delivery. PPI stands for Personal Protected Information. Any information which identifies a specific person as that person is a PPI. For example, date of birth, address, social security numbers are all PPIs. And documents which contain this type of information is also PPI. Moreover, our treatment plans, for example, which detail much information about that specific person, are protected health records, just like your medical records at your physician's office. Therefore, any emails which exchange PPI information need to be password protected and should not ever be forwarded. Even our weekly schedules that Kathy sends out, our PCs will extract, the PCs are our point of contact for families, will extract only the necessary information needed for schedules of each client and send that information only to the treating team and the families as needed. Many of you are students, like psychology students, sociology, nursing, special education. It's really wonderful. Describing our clients, clients that you work with as your case study for a course or a point of discussion is a terrific plus to your education. However, as an example, your details about our clients should be generally described. No names, no specific ages even. So for example, you can say, I work with a female mid-teen student with nonverbal autism who is amazing with her drawing. She has these savant talents in the detailed drawings. She can do this just after seeing a room once or something like that, so forth. So those are fine. It's just you cannot talk about your clients or patients by any PPI as per the HIPAA Act. Here again is the slide about the mandatory reporter training, which is an absolute mandatory training. In addition to the checklist of completion for each of these modules that are happening, this is the second session in the list of modules, which you're gonna go through and check off as completed. You also need to, at that time, submit the certificate of completion of this mandated reporter training from the Boston Child Center. And remember, in order for you to qualify to start work with us or remain continuing work with us, or remember to be included in the raffle prize after all of this training is done, with some great prizes. In order for you to get all of those, you have to submit the checklist that you've gone through all these training, including review of my training packets uploaded to Share Village, and you must do this mandated reporter training. To summarize, when delivering care as a direct provider to our needy population day by day, the day by day song is a very apropos song to be humming in your head. See thee more clearly, remember that part? So know your client, that's where it starts. Know your patient well, observe and take data, know what their motivators are, know what their triggers are. Love thee more dearly, right? It starts with the heart to care for those who most need us, and then let our talents, let your creativity kick in. Follow thee more nearly, step by step, day by day, right? Step by step, day by day. Follow the treatment goals and grow with your client. Take every opportunity to learn and do better. When you deliver your care well, you are de-stressing that family and becoming a person of added value. Please alleviate the stress and pressures which overwhelm special needs families. In the scale of life stressors, having a child with profound disabilities and caring for that child for life tops the list. Just think about me. I have been a mother to Samuel and Jenna now. Samuel is 26 now. So I have been doing infant care for them for 26 years. Most families are done with infant care of their children at what, age 2? At most at age 3 when they toilet train, right? For special needs families, the ongoing care of their children with disabilities never ends. It is a tremendous, tremendous stress. And no matter how many times you think, I am so stressed, think about these families to put things in perspective. And please be someone who do not add to their stress. Adding to their stress will be like things like not showing up on time or not showing up at all. Like you were scheduled to show up, but then at the last minute you call out. That would really stress the family. Or not cleaning up after yourself, after working with the student at home. These things will increase the stress of the family, and we don't want to do that, right? Especially during these COVID times, when you're working with families, make sure you wash your hands really well prior to starting any work, as soon as you get to the home. And every hour, teach your client how to wash hands properly, and do that every hour, okay? And then clean up the areas that you work in. Be realistic about the goals you set up. That's really important. You want to set up for success and not like set something up that you can't deliver. So always set up for success. Our goal is to provide practical day-to-day assistance and solutions so that all our clients and their families can be productive and contributing participants of our community and our collective society at large. Show good judgment and professionalism. Keep track of suggestions from family and your family consultant using a notebook or notes on the phone, especially if it's a new assignment for you, a new family. A lot of times you think, oh, I remember that, and you just kind of forget. So if you jot these down and you can kind of review them as part of your preparation for the next session, that would be hugely helpful. Adhere to the schedule. Lots of effort. It's a huge team effort, and the scheduler spends a lot of time setting everything up. Please adhere to it. If you have questions, ask. Engage with the family, but keep it professional. Another reminder, give them space when needed and help them when they seek help. Keep family in the loop by periodically sending pictures or text with an update. If you're out in the community or JIT with your student, and it's a long session, it's nice to let them know, hey, your child is doing fine. This is what we're doing. They're engaged, they're happy, they're being productive. Text or email your family consultants with questions. And of course, you can always do that with Erica or myself. If needed, the family consultants can come out to assist in the home or meet you and your client in the community as well to problem solve and to help teach you, to help both of you move along, okay? Thank you for your attention. Every day, I pray for each of our children, clients, patients, families, and each of you as you make a difference in the lives of others. I pray that God's blessings will keep you safe and healthy, particularly during these COVID-19 times. Our therapy center is projected to open in June with step-by-step guards to protect everyone's health, but to also get back into our business. Our business, which is helping those who need help, the business of helping others, right? We are so blessed that we are needed. What a blessing. Take care of yourself, please, and stay healthy.